the liquid lipsticks, anything like that. Because once air starts to get in the tube, it's going to start drying out and you won't get as long of a life. Okay. Now we're going to go in with our mascara. So mine's a sample size right now because I got the Lancome gift with purchase. But this is my favorite mascara ever. It's called the Hypnos Drama. So I like big, bold lashes. And that's what this does. But it doesn't make it look clumpy or spidery. It just gives you volume. It gives you length. I have pretty naturally curly lashes as well. I'm pretty thankful in that aspect. But for like my clients and stuff, if they don't have that natural curl, I'll go in with a lash curler and I'll apply one layer of a waterproof mascara, because waterproof mascaras tend to hold a curl better, but they can be a little bit more damaging to the lash. So I like that to be the first step after the primer, so it is touching the conditioning agents. And then I'll apply a regular mascara. So your waterproof holds the curl, and then your other mascara is what adds your length and volume. Let's see what a difference mascara makes in making the lashes and the eyes just look so much more bright and open and awake. This sample is about on its last leg here, so it's taking a little bit more work. I like lash sample sizes better because I feel like they really allow you to use it for the recommended amount of time before you're supposed to throw it out anyway. Like, I wish companies would just sell like dual packs of this size, because you're technically supposed to throw your mascara out every 3 months, 6 months maximum, because anything that is liquid that's living in a dark, wet, moist environment is a bacteria daydream. You know, bacteria love damp, dark, moist climates. That's why places that are like that is where you see mold, and it's where you see bacteria growing, because that's what they like. So I really wish that they would like sell dual packs of travel sizes. I mean, I guess you can buy travel sizes anyway, but they're usually such a higher price point. Like, if you look at the prices per ounce of like travel size skincare and makeup products versus real sizes, it's a ripoff. It's a huge ripoff. It's just, you're buying the convenience. You're not buying it for value. Okay, so now we have mascara. And then on the bottom lashes, I always use a waterproof. My eyes, for some reason, even when I set powder and all of that, tend to... bottom lash mascara, if it's not waterproof on me, tends to run. This is the Maybelline Colossal Waterproof Mascara. This is what I use on all of my bridal clients and my lower lashes. And if you need a mascara that's not going to budge, honey, this is it. This is it. This is why I use it on all my brides, because you know that they can sweat, they can cry, they can do anything and it doesn't budge. Okay, so our eyes are done. Let's see. Okay, so this is our eye look. Beautiful, natural, the pop of color. See how cool that looks? And it doesn't look overwhelming. It doesn't look like you have too much going on, you know, at all. So next is going to be our face. So first we're going to start with the bronzer. Especially for people that are very fair, you tend to... First I'm just going to take a tissue and get this foundation off my lips. It's one of my pet peeves when I watch videos and people just have foundation on their lips the whole time. And I'm just going to follow up with lip balm here. Okay, so bronzer is what like reawakens your skin. It makes you look like you're not from New York, where you haven't seen the sun in 7 years. But for fair skins, it also helps to just bring back a little life, a little definition. So I'm using the Physicians Formula BB Bronzer. I find this is a nice kind of neutral tone bronzer. It's not too warm or too red. I start right where my kind of ear starts here. I start from the back in circular motions and I bring it forward just about to the corner of my eye. So if you're contouring, if you're bronzing, if you're trying to add definition to the face, that's where you want to stop. Too far forward and it's going to pull your face down and make it look, I don't know, older. So you want to start circular motions and then again we're going to end right where our eye stops. And circular motions again, just kind of like the eyes, it just really helps to diffuse the color so that you have this nice blend and you don't just have this stark line. You want it to look purposeful. You want it to look like you just have a dirty line down your face. Yeah, I make really weird faces when I do this. I make really weird faces when I do my makeup in general. So then we're going to take this, we're going to run it along our hairline. Again, nice circular motions to diffuse and blend it out. I like to pinch my brush with my fingers so it's nice and thin. I like to run a little bit right along the tip where I have the whitest part of my nose. You don't have to do that, but I do it just because I love my father, but I have his nose where it's a little wider at the end. And I like to bronze a little bit on my neck. Next we're going to apply blush. So I'm using the Seraphine Botanicals blush. It's called Lychee and Gold Healthy Glow Rose Gold Blush. I love this, especially in the spring and summer because it's got a little bit of a luminosity to it. It's not super matte. It just gives you this beautiful glow. So again, we're just going to pick up a little bit on our blush brush. And so I do blush the opposite way. Don't ask me why. It's because you want a little bit more color in the apples and you want it to fade out to less color. So I start for my face shape about where the corner of my eye is. I place my brush down and then in little circles right above that bronzing point, apply my blush. Do you see that luminous glow this blush gives? Ugh, I love this blush. I love it. I got it in a sample in my Ipsy bag, and I'm so glad because I love it. And I did a lot of research on this brand. It's a nice, clean beauty brand, which I've been trying to be a little bit more conscious about the products I'm using, what's in them. Are they doing beneficial things for my skin or not? You know, what are their practices? This brand is great because they're vegan, they're cruelty-free, non-GMO. They use really gentle ingredients, no fragrances. They're hypoallergenic, so it's just really, really gentle. So this blush already gives you kind of a luminous glow. But if anybody knows me, they know that I love highlight. So we're going to add a little bit more. I'm going to go into my Maybelline Master Contour Palette, which if you're looking for a nice, easy palette at the drugstore, this is great. It comes with a bronzer, a blush, a highlighter. They're all really good. It's affordable. So I'm going to take my highlighting brush. This is a nice, fluffy. You want something that's a little bit less dense because you want it to distribute the color nice and even. You don't want it to look too strong. So you're kind of almost creating, I tell people, like, think of like a Neapolitan ice cream. You've got your deeper shade of your contour, your blush, and then your highlight right on top. Again, highlight, you don't want to bring it too far down. So rule of thumb is pretty much start from the corner of your eye. Now with highlight, I like to bring it up and then around in here. Because that's going to do the same thing that when I talked about the concealer placement earlier, how we bring it up and around our eye because it gives the illusion of lifting. This does the same thing. Ooh, give me that glow. I like to do a little bit right on the bridge of my nose. Just kind of slim, just a tiny, tiny bit. And then I like to take a little bit just on the high parts high parts of the brow bone. If you are a little bit older and your brows are starting to drop, this is a great trick for giving the illusion of lifting up. So contour products or anything that gives the illusion of a shadow is going to pull back. Highlighting products, anything with luminosity, is going to pull forward. So anywhere where you want to bring up, bring out, you want highlight, anywhere where you want to bring in and slim, you want to do contour. So like if your brows are falling and you want them to look more lifted, you're going to put a highlight here and a highlight under the brow. So it's going to lift it up. I'm also going to take a little bit of this highlight color. See if I can find my eye highlight brush. I can't. So I'm just going to use one of these little Anastasia brushes because they work great for that. So we're going to take some of our highlight shade. I'm going to put it right on the inner corner of the eye. This is another trick for opening up the eye, making it look a little bit more bright, and make your eyes look bigger, less tired. And again, just a little bit right here, right on the highest points of your brow bone. So brows are a little tricky because I have a lot of brow hair. I do. So a lot of days if I'm being lazy, I just take a tinted brow gel like the L'Oreal Brow Plumper, and I just run that through, call it a day. If I'm trying to feel a little bit more put together, I'll use the IT Cosmetics Brow Power. This is in Universal Taupe. I always brush them first. Get them all slicked in place. There's a lot of great YouTube videos on how to make your brows look larger. And it's hard to show you on my brows because I don't need that. I know the tricks because I use them on clients, but I would recommend watching some of those videos if you have more sparse brows. But if you have pretty larger brows and you're just trying to make them look a little bit more even, I just tend to take my pencil, I run it along the top in the shape of my brow. See that? See how I created this line? I'm just kind of laying down my shape because I just want them to look a little bit more clean and defined. Okay, and then I do the same thing underneath. You're essentially just like creating a coloring book of sorts for your eyebrows. Good. You can probably hear my dogs out there. They're really mad I locked them out. See how I have kind of this? And then all I'm going to do is just lightly fill in a little color in between. Not too much because, again, I don't really need it. This is more or less just to make my brows kind of a little bit more defined. And then I go back in with my spoolie or my brow brush and I just kind of buff those lines out a little bit. So that way you still have the definition, but it doesn't look so stark. Like, see how this side you can see the top and bottom line pretty defined where this. So I just take it and I just kind of run my brush over them just to kind of buff it out. I really hope you can't hear my dogs barking this whole time. The great thing about quarantine is people are out and about with their kids and their bikes and their kids and their dogs. But the bad part is that my dogs bark at all of those things, which means they bark about 7,000 times a day now. So, all right. So that's pretty much it. The last thing is I'm going to go in with a setting spray. And so setting sprays, their job is to not only prolong the life of your foundation, to set down the powder, make everything seem a little smoother, and to make it look less powdery, less heavy. So that's the next step. Setting spray has been a makeup artist's secret for forever. Actually, when we used to do dance and stuff, we'd spray our face with hairspray because it allowed your makeup to last underneath the lights without melting off. Okay, and then you can put on a little bit of a lip color if you want. I'm going to use the NYX High Voltage. I like to just buff it on with my finger. I don't know why. I think it looks a little bit more, not messy, but I don't know, natural. This color is 05. Flutter Kiss. Flutter Kiss is the actual name. I love this. It's a very lip-like tone. It looks very natural. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. This video is 46 minutes and it's going to be that long because I don't know how to edit videos yet, but I'm going to be working on it. But this is our look. A nice bronzy, glowy, natural, but with a little pop of color. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any other requests for looks, I'm going to do something a little bit more bold and more colorful. And a little bit more adventurous in the next couple weeks, but I hope you guys liked it. Bye.